Hi guys, it's Joy with HA Novel Thoughts, and I'm here with my July wrap-up. This has been asked by at least one person if I would do wrap-ups and hauls, and so today I'm going to do both in one because I didn't read much and I didn't get very many books or buy very many books this month because budget is tight on your son's birthday month. Am I right? So I read 5 books this month, and most of them were actually more thriller and suspense, but I also read some romantic comedies. So what do you say we begin? First, I read Pretty Revenge by Emily Liebert. This book I thought was going to be more revenge and hate filled, but I actually felt it was a little petty at times. Like, the whole premise was this girl was robbed from her grandmother. Her grandmother was robbed, and so she wants to get back after this girl, and by going to work for her and bring down her company. And it wasn't what I expected. And sometimes whenever I go into a book with expectations and the expectations aren't what I want, I just get very disappointed. I said pretty revenge, more like petty revenge. I really couldn't understand why these grown women were acting so childish and immature. I hate to be so harsh, but sometimes you just have to be. These women were I just didn't like the way they were acting. They really irritated me. Then I read Layover by David Bell. These people were freaking nuts. Like, what the hell? What are y'all thinking? So this guy meets this woman in the bar of an airport, and they have this passionate kiss, and he's just like, oh my gosh, there's just such a real connection here. And he's like, I just need more of this woman. So she goes to her flight, he gets in line for his, and the next thing you know, he sees a report on the news that, this girl's missing. So what does he do? Of course, the logical thing. He goes and tracks her down and gets on a flight with her. By logical thing, I'm being facetious. This is the cover. I love this cover. But anyway, this man just tangles himself up into this woman's problems, not even really knowing what was going on or what she was running from or why she was missing. It's crazy. She's crazy. He's crazy. Everyone involved is absolutely nuts outside of our detective, who I just felt so bad for because she has all this drama with her child because she's divorced and her kid wants her to be there, but she can't be there because she has to figure out this case. And oh my gosh, y'all, it's crazy. If you like books with crazy, psychotic people, you're going to love this. Next up, I read The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory. I loved this book. It's my first one by Jasmine. I've heard great things about her books, and after reading this one, I completely understand why. It was hilarious, hate to love, secret romance, and I was totally charmed. I was just like, I love Theo. He's the sweetest man, and he put up with so much because he loved this woman, even though he thought that she hated him, and vice versa. They both thought that the one hated him. But I really loved is they were hiding it from their best friend. Do y'all think the best friend knew or not? There's only one way for you to find out, because I'm not telling. Unless you private message me, that probably would. Next up, I have Making Up by Helena Hunting. This book was so cute. It's a brother from shacking up and hooking up. It's their other brother, and this book was so dirty and so sexy and so funny. I mean, if you've read a Helena book, you know what you're going to expect. The girl or heroine in the book works at an adult toy store, And that's where they meet because it's someone's bachelor party, and so he's going in to buy these party supplies, and he's older than her. I mean, who doesn't love a good age gap, right? So basically, they get going, and then, of course, the douchebag cousin walks in. And what does he do? Causes all the problems. So, if you love a good douchey character who causes problems, you are going to love this. Love it. Plus, it's Helena. You can't really go wrong. Finally, my last read for this year, or this month, well, I'm going to say this is my last one because I have 2 more that I'm currently reading. I'll talk about those in a minute. But The Arrangement is the last one I have finished this month, by Robyn Harding. And once again, this is another book with absolutely nutty characters. This girl is like 18, 19, 20, right in there. And she moved to New York to go to design school, and she's broke. But she has bills because it's New York, and she has college and everything, right? So she enters into a sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship. And let me just tell you, you are not different, little girl. But she thought she was. She thought that he loved her and that he would do anything for her. Oh, he would, to a point, except for the fact that he's lying to you, sweet girl, and he is still married. Y'all, it's just so much. And not a single one of these characters isn't crazy. Once again, the sugar baby, the sugar daddy, the wife, the daughter, all nuts. And I loved it. Loved. I mean, it's twisty, it's intense, it's shocking. Y'all, I really can't recommend this enough. If you are into thrillers and mysteries and whodunits, you're going to love this. So that's what I have read so far in the month of July. I'm actually filming this on the 30th, not the 31st or August 1st, because I'm off work today, so might as well take advantage of this great light. Am I right? So I am currently 50% into both Say You Still Love Me by K.A. Tucker, which is releasing in August, on the first Tuesday in August, and then Flirting with the Frenemy by Pippa Grant, and I'm about 50% into that. They're both second chance romances, and I am loving both of them. I'm hoping to finish one, if not both, today. So if I do, I guess you'll just have to wait till next month to hear my thoughts, unless I talk about it some other time, which maybe I will. Who knows? But I'm currently reading both of those books, which are possible for this month. As far as my books that I have received this month, because I didn't buy any, I received Raven. It's a graphic novel about Raven from, what is it called? The Teen Titans. There we go. I was actually given this by another blogger who was given it by the publisher. She wasn't going to read it, so she said I could read it because I'm dying to know how it turns out. I love the Teen Titans Go cartoon series, and my son loves it. So I went to see if it's going to be something my 8-year-old can read. And I am actually, you know what, I think I'm going to read this later today instead of those other 2. But it just looks so good. And if you're like me, you like Teen Titans, granted, it's the older Teen Titans, not the younger kids who are talking about farts all the time. Although those are the ones I really love, because who doesn't love a good fart joke? Next up, from Grand Central Publishing, I got Iris Johansson's Smokescreen. It's a journalist shows up on Eve Duncan's doorstep with a plea for help. Jill Cassidy has just come from a small African village with a heart-wrenching story. Half of the villagers, many of them children, have been killed in a horrific attack by guerrilla soldiers. Their bodies burned beyond recognition. Now the families desperately need Eve's skills as a forensic sculptor to identify their loved ones and get closure so they can begin to heal. But when Eve arrives in the remote jungle, she begins to suspect that Jill's plea may have been a cover story for a deeper, more sinister plot. Isolated and unsure whom she can trust, Eve finds herself stranded in an unstable country where violence threatens to break out again at any moment. And with her only instinct to rely on, she hopes to get home to her family alive. So once again, sticking with the theme of the month, another thriller. I cannot wait to dive into this. I haven't ever read Iris Johansen, but I believe I've heard great things about her. Him? I'm assuming it's a woman. I could be totally wrong. Sorry. But yes, I cannot wait to see what happens on this one. That's it. You guys, go ahead and like and subscribe and let me know if there's anything else you want to see from me, and I will try to get those filmed. And I will be back soon. Have a great day.